In the world of cryptocurrency, change happens overnight. A coin can go from unknown to mainstream, from worthless to billions, and sometimes from billions back to zero. But among all the stories in crypto history, one event still stands out as one of the most shocking collapses ever seen. In 2022, a cryptocurrency project called Terra went from being one of the top digital assets in the world to losing almost 100% of its value in just a few days. Billions of dollars vanished, investors were left stunned, governments and regulators worldwide stepped in, and the founder became a global headline. Today, we're breaking down the entire story from how Terra was created, how it rose to the top, why people trusted it so much, and how everything collapsed in what is now known as the Luna crash of 2022. So, let's begin. How Terra started. Terra began in 2018, created by two founders, Du Kwon, a young entrepreneur, and Daniel Shin, a businessman from South Korea. They started a company called Terraform Labs. Their vision was ambitious. They wanted to build a new type of digital money that could be used in everyday life for payments, purchases, savings, and financial apps. But their biggest idea was to create a stablecoin, a cryptocurrency that always stays at $1. So why a stablecoin? Most cryptos like Bitcoin and Ethereum move up and down constantly. A stablecoin solves this problem by keeping a fixed value, which makes it useful for payments, saving, lending, trading. Terraform Labs created their own stablecoin called UST, Terra USD. But unlike USDT or USDC, which are backed by real dollars in a bank, UST was backed by something very different. How the system worked. UST was an algorithmic stablecoin. This means it didn't use real dollars. Instead, it used a computer algorithm that linked two tokens together. UST, the stablecoin, and Luna, the main token of Terra. The system worked like this. If UST was below $1, then UST was removed from the market and Luna was created. This was supposed to push UST back to $1. If UST was above $1, then Luna was removed and UST was created. This brought UST back down to $1. This balancing act was called the mint and burn mechanism. In theory, it sounded brilliant, but in reality, it was extremely risky. Because the stability of UST depended entirely on people trusting the system, Luna having value, and constant demand for both tokens. If confidence ever dropped, the system would collapse like a house of cards. But during the bull market of 2021, confidence was high, and Terra exploded in popularity. Why Luna became so big. By 2021, Terra wasn't just another crypto, it was becoming a giant. Here's why. 1. Anchor Protocol, 20% interest. Terraform Labs launched a platform called Anchor, which promised a fixed 19.5% interest rate for anyone who deposited UST. This was massive. People around the world started shifting their savings from banks, stocks, other stablecoins into UST just for that 20% return. Billions of dollars flowed in. 2. Huge marketing and community support. Terra had one of the strongest communities in crypto. Thousands of influencers promoted it. Du Kwon became a celebrity in the crypto world. He was active on Twitter, often mocking critics. People loved his confidence until it became a problem later. 3. Growth of UST. By early 2022, UST became the third largest stablecoin in the world. Luna's price soared to an all-time high of $119. UST's market cap crossed $18 billion. The entire Terra ecosystem touched $40 billion. It looked unstoppable, but underneath the success, the risks were growing. The warning signs. Many experts warned that the system was fragile. Problem 1 was too much dependence on Anchor. Most of UST's demand came from people storing it in Anchor to earn 20% interest. This wasn't genuine demand. It was artificial. Terraform Labs was secretly adding money to Anchor to maintain this interest rate. Problem 2. Algorithmic stablecoins have a bad history. Every other algorithmic stablecoin before UST had collapsed. Why? Because they rely on confidence that if people panic, the system breaks instantly. Problem 3. Luna price was supporting UST. UST was stable only if Luna stayed valuable. If Luna ever crashed, UST would be in danger. These issues were like cracks in a dam, small, but dangerous, and in May 2022, the dam broke. The crash begins. May 7, 2022, UST dropped slightly to 99 cents. A tiny difference, but in the world of stablecoins, this is huge. Some large investors started selling UST, millions left anchor. Confidence started slipping. May 8, 2022, UST fell again, this time to 97 cents. Investors panicked more. Billions began leaving the ecosystem. To defend the peg, Terraform Labs sold enormous amounts of Luna. But this made Luna's price fall even faster. The system was entering what experts call the death spiral. As UST fell, more Luna was printed to save it, but printing more Luna made Luna cheaper, and cheaper Luna made UST even weaker. It was a loop that fed on itself. Total collapse. Over the next 48 hours, everything unraveled. UST fell from $0.60 to 2 cents. And then below 1 cent, there was no recovery. Luna hyperinflation. The algorithm printed trillions of new Luna tokens. The supply increased from 350 million to 6.5 trillion plus in days. The price collapsed from $119 to 0.0002 cent. In a single 24-hour period, Luna lost $25 billion in value. By the end of the crash, Terra Luna wiped out over $45 to $50 billion in total. Investors were devastated. People posted stories online of losing life savings, emergency funds, college funds, retirement money, home loans. For many, this was more than a financial loss. It was emotional, psychological, and life-changing. Global investigations. Governments around the world immediately stepped in. South Korea issued an arrest warrant for Do Kwon, investigated Terraform Labs for fraud, manipulation, and illegal fundraising. From United States, SEC launched multiple investigations, class action lawsuits were filed. And from Singapore, authorities checked Terraform Labs operations. Interpol issued a red notice, making Do Kwon internationally wanted. Do Kwon later attempted to flee using fake travel documents and was arrested in Montenegro. Terraform Labs executives faced continuous legal pressure. The collapse of Terra Luna became a global regulatory turning point. Terra 2.0 and Luna Classic. After the collapse, Terra tried to rebuild. They launched a new blockchain, Terra 2.0, the new Luna coin. The old Luna became Luna Classic, old UST became USDC. But trust was permanently damaged. The new ecosystem never reached the old levels. Today, LUNC is mostly driven by community attempts, but the project is nowhere near its former size. Lessons we can learn. The Terra Luna collapse gave the financial world important lessons. Lesson 1. High returns always come with high risk. A guaranteed 20% interest rate is unrealistic. Lesson 2. Algorithmic stablecoins are extremely fragile. UST wasn't backed by real dollars, just faith. Lesson 3. Diversification is essential. People who put everything into UST/Luna lost everything. Lesson 4. Hype can be dangerous. Crypto influencers made Terra seem risk-free. Reality was very different. Lesson 5. Always research before investing. No matter how big a project becomes, if the fundamentals are weak, it can collapse suddenly. Conclusion. The collapse of Terra Luna wasn't just a crypto crash. It was a global event that changed regulations, changed investors, and changed the future of stablecoins. It showed how quickly a seemingly strong project can collapse, and how important it is to understand what you're investing in. From billions gained to billions lost, Terra Luna remains one of the most dramatic financial collapses of our time.